Hey guys, it's Scan at GLHF TV. I decided to take a look at the story demo for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
We are born of two universes, each of them imperfect.
Man, this game takes itself seriously though. That's like the first thing that I noticed. They're taking the story mode in this one really seriously. I don't know if that's backlash against the Street Fighter V story, if that's about... I don't know, like, the Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite story is something I never expected. I never expected the Marvel universe, the Marvel vs. Capcom universe in particular, to be ever taken A, seriously, or B, as an actual timeline, because it's kind of clear that all these guys have fought together before in the previous games. They make that kind of a part of the story. And of course they open up with Mega Man. And Strider. Such a tease.
Captain America, our teams are in position.
You never get to play as Strider. You never get to play as Strider or Ryu or Iron Man in this demo, so they're definitely teasing us. Now, so far as the actual gameplay is concerned, it is 2-on-2, there are no assists, it's a 4-button fighter, and I have absolutely no idea how the Power Stones work. And if you want to, there is Dial-A-Combo, which I eventually turn off. I have it on in this battle, but as you can see, if you just hit light punch again and again and again, and that's worth pointing out, it's light punch, light kick, heavy kick. It's a 4-button fighter. And I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just mashing buttons. I don't use this chain combo thing forever. I turn it off during one of the next matches. You won't see it because I edited it out, but I go into the options menu and you can turn off the auto combo option in order to actually practice with these characters, which is a good change. Or not really a change, it's a good option. As I've said, I'm not really a Marvel vs. Capcom player. It hasn't been my favorite series. I tend to like slower-paced one-on-one fighters like Street Fighter and King of Fighters. I mean, I don't want to complain about this, but it's just the honest truth. The female character models look weird. They look so weird. Their heads look so
Chun-Li,
small.
Captain Marvel, shall we?
Captain Marvel's definitely one of my favorite characters you can play as in the demo, though. She feels really good. You'll see in this fight that with Chun-Li, when I'm using her spinning bird kick a ton, and that's because I figured out that you can actually add properties to some special moves in this game by hitting the button input a second time. I'll point it out when it happens.
Know when to quit, do you? Here they come.
Ready. Fight.
And I wish more of the demo was like this, where you had 5 robots to fight instead of just the 2. So where is it? I keep on trying to do launch combos. I have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah, see there? She adds an extra kick at the end. Then I didn't press it. That time I did. Yeah, all I cared about in this matchup was trying to figure out what the properties of the spinning bird kick were. There it is again. Oh, it causes a wall bounce. I didn't even realize that. Quarter circle forward, both punches in order to do a super. Feels clean, feels good.
Ready for round 3? Different streets, same fight.
There's definitely a speed difference between this and Marvel 3. It is definitely slower. Not by as much as I expected it to be, but it is definitely slower. Look at these two trying to give Dragon Ball Z a run for their money.
Doctor Strange!
And is it just me, or does Doctor Strange look really weird when he's not wearing gloves?
Heroes of both dimensions, welcome to ours. The Prince of Asgard has come home. Go, show him what we've made of you.
Right, so the main story seems to be that... whatever this guy is called... Sigma... whatever... Go, Arthur. Yeah. Dialogue in this game is great. Listen.
And you, Thor, are indeed mighty for a heathen god. What's this? Fresh fodder.
No, stay your lance.
It's so weird because some of the character models to me look really bad,
Come of them.
and some of the character models look really good. And that's definitely supposed to be Robert Downey Jr. style Iron Man. Just listen to his dialogue.
No need to panic, big guy. They're just taking a nap. They'll be fine. Eventually.
Stark. Spencer.
Nice weapon, Lance, a little. Compensating for something?
Only your foolishness, Iron Man.
Ha! I like him.
Yeah, so do I, actually. The dialogue is actually kind of funny. And I would expect Arthur to be the comedic relief, absolutely. I want Arthur and Rocket Raccoon to be a team. That'd be such a funny team in this game, I feel.
Ready.
Okay, first things first. Thor is slow. And that, I think that was a projectile in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. It's not an actual projectile anymore. It's just a area of effect move around him. Then I remembered he had a command throw, and I started having a lot more fun. Just a reminder, this is story mode cannon fodder. Don't expect these damage amounts to be anything even close to what they would be in the actual game.
9-6.
Like, look at Dante's character model. He looks good.
This is getting embarrassing. Let's call it a tie.
Yo, Dante. Out of ammo. Can the ladies come out to play?
For you, Rocket, anything.
Yeah, sure.
Be good.
Ebony, Ivory, care to dance?
That's just fan service right there. To the highest degree. I mean, isn't that what they ended the actual trailer with at E3? I think it was, but I'm not sure. I think at this point I'm playing as Rocket. Or as Dante, one of the two. I think I start with Rocket. And here's that button press thing that I'm talking about earlier, how I was using Chun-Li's spinning bird kick. Yeah, I was using Chun-Li's spinning bird kick and getting a whole lot of extra damage at the end, not extra hits, by hitting the special button again. Rocket's projectiles, you can choose a anti-air version by doing heavy punch or a normal version by doing light punch, but you can piano the keys to shoot them in both directions. That definitely, right there, I did that in the corner. Now I figured it out. So Rocket definitely feels like he's going to be all about zoning. Unsurprisingly. Tags are quick like that, too. So that was the first time I figured out how stones work, I guess? I still don't understand how stones work. Specifically, I don't understand how the Power Stone works. Like, I figured it was going to be kind of like an X Factor thing, but it doesn't seem to be.
Damn, these things are like cockroaches.
Have care, Commander Redfield. These were once my people. Even now, they fight well.
Like I said, they're actually putting a ton of effort into
was my
this.
home too, Thor.
Oh, yeah.
Ultron Sigma's going to pay for what he's
That's
done.
what I was trying to say earlier. Ultron Sigma, the plot seems to be that Ultron Sigma has merged Asgard with the city from the Mega Man X series. So I expect X and Thor to be a huge part of the main story of the game. Not really a surprise. So this is my first time messing around with X. He feels good. Of course, he's still got his charge shot. Not sure if you can move around while you're doing that, though. I never tried. I just enjoy command throws. It's that simple. Any character with a command throw, I usually end up trying out quite a bit.
Courage, my friend. I swear I will release you from Ultron Sigma's grasp, or die trying.
You know, the mouth movement ain't bad. There's a few times it's weird.
Where's Doctor Strange?
Captain?
Right here.
Doctor, can you get us in?
The convergence has left Asgard's magic weakened. We can breach the prison's walls from here.
Good. Commander Redfield.
Yep.
Chris, you ready?
He seems so out of place, then he does badass stuff like this.
I'll take that as a yes. This prisoner better have the answers we need. He will. He has to. Or this is the end.
X-Guard, that's what they call it. So Asgard and City X, or whatever it's called from the Mega Man X universe, have merged, and Ultron Sigma's in charge of it, and that's pretty much the whole story so far.
Doctor?
Ah, God, I'm sorry. I don't want to complain about it, but I just have to. Her character model looks so weird. It's like
Every prison's the same.
It's like her head is like 15% too small for her body.
I've put a lot of punks like you away.
That probably has a lot to do with her costume and how big her shoulders look.
Halt!
For a second, I was hoping I was going to be able to play as Strider here, but no. Of course not. Or if I could, I just never switched and I'm a moron. Am I a moron? Could I have played as Strider here? Nope, it's Rocket.
Take him down.
So much for the secret mission.
Ready.
So this is the first time I figured out what the Time Stone could do. I'm not a huge fan of the UI here. I really hope it gets an upgrade, but the bottom should look familiar to anyone who played Street Fighter 4. The Time Stone charge looks, you see, I used the Time Stone to do a cross up there and pass through the opponent. It's essentially a teleport. But the Time Stone meter there looks an awful lot like the Revenge meter from Street Fighter 4. And it seems like it charges in the same manner. It's charging when I'm taking damage. Does it charge? It's not charging when I'm doing damage, it looks like. Yeah, it's going up when I'm taking damage, but it's not going up when I'm doing damage. So it acts in pretty much the same way as the revenge meter in Street Fighter 4. That's good to know. So everyone's gonna know who this is. Everyone who saw the story trailer. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert. That's gonna be Thanos, which is kind of where you start to understand that suddenly the entire Marvel vs. Capcom story universe is actually one continuous timeline, it seems like. Or at the very least, they're actually gonna take bits and pieces of the plots of previous Marvel vs. Capcom games and probably even, I would say, back to Street Fighter vs. X-Men, but the X-Men aren't in this game.
We can't hold these guys off forever.
Redfield knows what he's doing.
They're a small team. Agile. They'll get the job done.
Cap, this is Hawkeye. We're out of time. He's coming.
You see Ultron Sigma?
I've got a clear shot.
Take it.
Again, the polish is good. It looks far better than I thought it would in motion.
All teams, engage. Go,
Let's go get our asses kicked. Well, good to know Dante can block a lightsaber. And that's it for Dante. Go, Arthur. Arthur is my absolute favorite. X to the rescue. No, he just got stomped. Alright, honestly, final impressions before I get to this boss fight. At that point, I'm just going to let the video play out. This game feels better than I thought it was going to. It really does. I enjoy slower-paced fighting games. If you are expecting the same fast-paced, absolutely frantic combat that you got in Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and 3, I don't think you're going to get it here, especially with the lack of assists. I think that's going to have a huge hit on the audience of this game. Not necessarily in numbers, but just in the types of fighting game players that are going to be interested in this game. It's got some polishing to do, but it also has far more polish at this point than I figured it would. I didn't expect the story mode to be anywhere near this robust, anywhere near this ambitious. And I'm the kind of gamer who likes a story in my games. I understand that for the vast majority of fighting game players, I would think, from my experience with the fighting game scene, that again, the vast majority of fighting game players don't care about the story of fighting games. They just care about the mechanics, and that's perfectly fine. To each their own. Yeah, see, I was trying the thunder there with Thor, and it's absolutely not a projectile. It's just area of effect. And this is one of those boss fights where it's just, you're not able to do anything against them. You're meant to lose. That's the first time I saw a full stone effect, and that stone seems like it's going to be nuts. I don't know how to activate it. I thought I was going to be a badass here. I thought I was going to do bionic arm. And I did the wrong one. I thought I was going to be a badass and do a bionic arm. It's the only thing that does damage to him. I think that was a counter he tried, but it just missed. Someone's gonna try and upload a video where they do enough command throws to Ultron Sigma to actually kill him, or something's gonna happen. That's the challenge I'm putting out to everyone. Kill Ultron Sigma. So that's the last fight of the story demo mode. I'm not a good Marvel player. I'm not. But I'm more interested in this game now than I thought I would be. Am I still more excited for other fighting games, like the Dragon Ball FighterZ game? Yeah, I definitely am.
They have achieved perfection. And soon,
but I'm far more interested and overall far more impressed by this one than I thought I would be. Oh, Chris, you fool.
Redfield, did you have something to add? Some great insight?
You're going down, Ultron Sigma.
That's the kind of line said by a man who's gonna die in this story.
Some banal cliche. It's fitting that those would be your final words.
Doctor, get us out of here! With pleasure, Captain.
Okay, again, final thoughts. Way more polished than I thought it was gonna be. 4-button fighter with no tags, far slower pace than typical Marvel games. But I think I might actually have a lot of fun with this game. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. This has been Scan with GLHF TV.